Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world watching this at the moment. This is Energy Matters with Lee. My name's Lee Anthony Taylor, and I like to talk about matters connected with energy, energy work, energy medicine, all those things that interconnect us, that make us feel alive, that make us feel vibrant, that make us feel passionate, and also about all the things that exist in the universe that we can't see, but we can sense them, that we have some kind of affinity with them as well, that drive our work, whether we're therapists or whether we're members of the public. We have a sense, like an intuitive sense almost, that we're being guided, that we're being helped, being assisted by things beyond our comprehension, maybe. So, this latest episode, I want to talk about this particular book, and it's called The Cosmic Ordering Service. Now, I've had this book a long time, a long time. It's been in my library, and I frequently return to it, and I frequently draw upon the inspiration of it. It was written by a woman called Barbel Mohr. I hope I've pronounced her name correctly. Barbel, there you go, Barbel Mohr. Okay. And it's still available as far as I know, so you could go and get your own copy if you wanted to. But it's, as you can see, it's a tiny book. It's a very thin book. Oh, hang on. Don't want to disappear into the blue there. Can you see? It's very tiny, very thin book. But it contains so much information. It's literally dripping with ideas that will inspire and motivate you to call upon universal guidance and call upon that universal energy that assists and drives us all. Now, in this particular episode, like I say, we're going to talk about the cosmic ordering service. In a future episode, I want to talk about the law of attraction, which is based on the same principle, the idea of opening yourself up and allowing universal energy to come into your life and to transform you. Now, the thing with the cosmic ordering service is that, as the author suggests, it's very simple to apply. And this is the thing about this type of work, when we're working with universal guidance, if you like, is it doesn't require a lot of analysis. It doesn't require people to, well, how can I say it, really get deep into it. It's about surrendering and opening yourself up to the idea that there are things out there that are constantly looking out for us, that are working in our favor. Now, I have a joke with my family that I pray to the God of car parking spaces, and you may actually get this straight away. You may understand this straight away, and that is that when I'm looking for a car parking space, wherever it might be, I just say, "I'd like a car parking space, please, now." And lo and behold, a car parking space almost invariably opens up. Now, this is the principle that happens with cosmic ordering. As the name suggests, you are putting an order in, you're placing a request out to the cosmos, out to the universe, to say, I would like this to come into my life. And the universe will then do its best to engineer, manufacture the scenario, the situation whereby that will come into your life, should that be what is required. Now, we live in a world where we're, should we say, feeling as though we're not entitled to things, that we don't deserve things. And if that applies to you, I want you to use this time to have a bit of self-reflection, to ask yourself, why is it that you feel that you're not deserving of all those amazing things that are out in the universe? Okay. Now, it's not a recipe with cosmic ordering to say, right, I want to be a millionaire overnight, because the motivation behind that is that needs working out first. Why is it that you would need that much money, for instance, in order to make your life better? Okay. So all those questions need to be answered first before the universe starts to engage you with the idea of being wealthy, for instance. Now, wealth in monetary terms is one thing, but wealth can also extend to lots of other things as well, okay, in terms of feeling the richness of experience, of having passion, like I say, vitality, feeling as though you're taking part in life, that you're part of life and it's not sort of in the background somewhere. So, when you cosmically order something, it needs to be simple, it needs to be unequivocal. In other words, there is no ambiguity with it. There's no like, well, it could be this or it could be that. It has to be definite when you put an order in, and it needs to be fun as well. You need to be able to bring that sense of joy that will come into the cosmic ordering process. So let me talk you through what happens at stage one. Okay, this is stage one. So stage one is talking about making that initial approach to the cosmos, if you like. Okay, so be aware of what it is you wish for when you order. And you never know, it could come true at once. Okay, it is that powerful. The universe is that powerful, like the car parking space. I know that's a very simple analogy, but it may well be that you want very simple things to change. Okay, so say, think, feel what you would like to have, and it will come. Okay, there's a three-word principle that I've used for many years: ask, believe, receive. Ask, believe, receive, in that order. Okay, so you ask the universe for those things that you want to either receive, to have into your life, or for clarification, if you like, so that you're asking for the universe to make things more apparent to you. Okay, do not use, and this is important, do not use the words no and not. So you're not asking for what you don't want. You're saying, well, I don't want to be poor anymore, or I don't want to be unhealthy anymore, because the universe won't understand that. Okay, it doesn't understand the negative side of it. It only wants to promote the positive side of it. So also, you need to be sure that it's not based on fear as well, because that which we're afraid of will manifest itself, will come forward for us to have to work through. So, don't say, oh, well, I'm really afraid that I'm not going to be able to do anything because I've got no money. Please give me some money. The universe doesn't recognize that, because it needs you to recognize your fear and recognize the fear for what it is, which is, in the vast majority of cases, is totally non-existent, really. It doesn't really exist. But also to flip it from what you don't have to what you would like to have in your life. Okay, and that's important as well. That's the spiritual law of the universe, if you like. Then the world is what you believe it to be. If you say, I don't deserve this, then it won't work. Okay, the universe will just go, well, I'm waiting for you to change your philosophy so that I can assist you. And the idea of falling lucky as well. The idea of luck is where preparation meets opportunity. So you have to do preparation work in order to feel lucky, if you call it that, okay? And then the opportunities will arise once that preparation work's been done. Next stage, what you need to recognize as well is that thoughts create matter. What we constantly think and we bring into being are directly linked, if you like, okay? The more we think about something, the more we focus our energy on it, the more and more possibility there is for it to become matter, conscious or matter, okay? And so you need to make sure that you have this commitment to yourself. This is what it says in the book. Have a strong commitment to yourself. In other words, put yourself first. Now, that's not a selfish thing. That is something that requires that in order for everything in your life to start to make sense and within your relationships with other people, you need to know yourself better first. And you need to make that commitment to yourself to get rid of all those things out of your life and transform them into things that will make you feel more the person that you're meant to be. Okay. So letting go of fears, letting go of all of those automatic patterns that we have in our lives where we build them up a bit habitually, yeah, and it's like a fallback mechanism. When we get into a situation where we become fearful, so it might be a lack of money, it might be a lack of friendships or a lack of security in some way, we fall back into old habits. And we don't have the chance to progress and to move out of those habits because they become, like I say, this default position. So it's time to let them go. And by letting them go, you make more of a commitment to being free, to being open to all those things that the universe could possibly bring to you. And once that starts, then you will notice the small things first, maybe, but then the larger things will start to happen. But remember, it's positive things only. Talk in terms of what you want to see happen, what you would like to see happen, not what you don't want to see. The universe doesn't understand that. So it's in terms of what you want to see and work on that. Start with the small things, but have the belief that by putting the order out there, that you're actually going to start to receive things back. Now, another thing that the book mentions as well, which is really important, is once you have placed your order, don't keep going back and asking, did you receive my order? I'm waiting. Is it in the pipeline? Do I need to reorder it again? The universe knows that you want it. The universe is conspiring all the time to put things in place to give you what you would like. You know, the idea that we have in our cultures as well is possibly, well, there isn't enough to go round. But the universe is vast and abundant and limitless. And there's more than enough to go around for everybody so they can live out their heart's desire. Okay. So once we dissolve these patterns of self-doubt and lack of self-belief, we open the doorway for all these amazing things to start to come into our lives. You know, even the author Barbel said herself that she placed an order for her dream partner and she listed all the kinds of things that she wanted, the attributes that she wanted, and then he arrived. Now, it might be a bit of dramatic license, I don't know, but the idea behind it is a very, very powerful one, which is once you list what you want and you're very clear about what you want and you keep focusing on that, and then you put your order in, you just sit back and let the universe decide when and how it's going to be delivered. That's not up to you. Okay, just trust that the universe has got it sorted and it will deliver to you when the time is right. Okay, when the circumstances are in place, when preparation meets opportunity. Yeah, okay. So self-belief is definitely the key. Okay, so the summary of this then, just to summarize this, and go out and get this book if you can get hold of a copy of it, because it is brilliant, it's so inspirational. Okay, in order to manifest your order, you can do this through your belief that the universe is looking after you. Okay, now you can transpose belief and universe with faith and God. There's no reason why you cannot have those two interchangeable as ideas. Okay, it does work with that as well. So your belief, your trust in the process, that you actually trust that the process is going to work for you, just like getting the car parking space. Yeah. and your lack of self-doubt or your doubts about the process itself. You have to get rid of all those and trust that the process is going to work for you. And then finally, this whole idea of just letting go and not having a timetable for delivery. Yeah. Make sure that you don't use negative words, okay? If you're talking about a health issue, for instance, if you have headaches, say, you're not going to cancel your headaches and say, I want them to go. I don't want any more headaches. You flip it around. You use your words. Words are energy, remember. You use your words differently and you say that I want to be free from headaches. I want to have a clearer mind and I want to move forward with positive health. Okay, the universe totally understands that because that's all about moving you forward and allowing you to evolve into the person you're meant to be. So, I've given you a very brief summary of a pretty amazing book. Okay, you can read it in a single sitting, it is that easy to do, but its effects are long lasting. They really are. And they've inspired me for well over 20 years to put the orders in. I do it every day, all day, every day. I'm constantly asking the universe for this and that and seeing how it works for me. And then do my best to let go of the timetable, practicing the art of patience, which isn't that easy, and allowing those things to come to me in their own proper time. So have a look. I'm sure that you'll be able to read more on the subject as well. And there are plenty of people out there, like I say, who've been influenced by the cosmic ordering process. Hope you've enjoyed today. I'm sure that there'll be plenty more to discuss. I'm going to do more on the law of attraction next time. So, um, yeah, look out for that one as well. Please please share this, please subscribe, and switch on your notifications as well for the next episode of Energy Matters with Lee. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.